Cuneo mare. Sarpa cuneo mare. Is this set up already? All right, somebody's sitting up front finally. Good. You're welcome. There's space. Bring a chair up. We're so few people. You want to bring a chair and just sit here? Charlie, what about you? Bring a chair up. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right then. Let's sing our aspirations.
We don't do that. We do that.
Oh, we don't do that. Sorry. No aspiration. But actually, that's exactly what we're talking about. Love. We've talked about equanimity, laying the groundwork for a universal expansiveness to our sensibilities around love and compassion. Welcome, come in. We're sitting up close today because why not? It's cooler up here. Talked about equanimity, laying the groundwork for a universal expansiveness to our sensibilities around love and compassion. Welcome, come in. We're sitting up close today because why not? Who's she? So really, when this is such a wondrous, vital area for reflection, when you think about your life, really your life, the way you feel your life, I mean, what's the most important thing? We really get down to it. We have strong inclinations to be oriented to career, success, but really, 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 it seems, to me anyway, when I kind of settle down and, get a little escape from the frenetic neediness of my mind to do this and to do that, I mean, isn't love the most important thing? Support, connection, not just all kinds of love, family love, friendship, partner, if you have a partner, parents, relatives, friends, teachers. Is anybody who supports you, who you feel can see you as you are, love you as you are, and then you can dance your best dance. Or trying to please others, as I think we all know, not so much, right? There's a tightness in the throat, tension in the belly, shoulders hunch ever so imperceptibly, and we're not in our fullness, right? When do you feel in your fullness? Maybe when you're in nature, when you're alone, maybe when you practice. But also, initially in life, when we are in the sight of someone who loves us, who just loves us. And maybe we didn't get quite enough of that, so that can be a sadness. That sadness only further shows how powerfully important love is for us. So I'm using love here in a very full way, in a way of, you can see it shining in someone's eyes. There's support for you. There's kindness for you. There's seeing you. There's holding space for you. They're not all about themselves at that moment. It's really important. It's vital. We have a term, the milk of human kindness. And that is a phrase that really expresses how absolutely central to our survival love is. Cooperation is a form of love, we could say. Justice, as has been famously said, is what love looks like in public, right? So love in all of its, love is like water. It laps around whatever is there. It moves around. It goes wherever it's needed. It doesn't need a big opening. It just flows through wherever there's any kind of opening, which means that there is a tremendous possibility when we can receive the kindness from others. And sometimes we don't. Right? Sometimes for some reason we just pull back. I'm not worth it, or I shouldn't. Oh, I'm just remembering a really kind of excruciating moment for me. And Namgyal Dorje Rinpoche, a very great Dzogchen master who we studied with for a number of years, I was driving him somewhere. And, I had studied with him for quite a while, really admired him, learned a lot from him. And at one point in the car, he took out, I don't remember what it was, but it was some little thing that he was going to give me. And I, just some kind of reactivity, I just kind of went, oh no, I couldn't. And he took it away and put it back. Maybe I thought that he was going to urge me or reassure me that it was really okay. It wasn't even a big thing. It was a little thing. And certainly I would have treasured anything from him. And not only did he take it back, he kind of looked at me and he went something like, aye. And I got that he was recognizing it. Yeah, there was something in me at that moment. I just couldn't say, wow, thank you, which is, of course, how I really down deep felt. So receiving, being able to receive even a little kindness and not push it away, that's kind of a big deal. Because we think, I'm supposed to be independent, I'm not supposed to want anything. Buddhism says don't desire, don't get... But no, Buddhism really says, be open and fluid and relate and connect. So that's important. I never did get it. So I remember that very well. One of the things that is so important about being able to take in, any degree of kindness that someone offers you. If somebody opens the door for you, you go, no, I can open it myself. That kind of thing, okay, there's reasons why we've become that way, but the possibility of being a little open, you'd still be safe, can be very enriching, very, very enriching. And I expect that whatever challenges we've had in our lives, all of us can remember in this moment, some moment when you felt, somebody was giving you, maybe you don't want to call it love, but kindness, support. Somebody was just there in a way that was heart-opening for you. Can you remember that? Can you come up with raise your pinky if you can. Yeah? It can just be a little moment. Maybe a child smiled at you, a friend, a parent. Can you remember something like that? Just a little moment, okay? Doesn't everybody have such? Yeah? Okay. You're smiling. That's already information, right? How does it make you feel? Just to remember that. To the extent that that impacts your being, you know how important and meaningful this is for you. And there's all kinds of science about how this actually helps your health. I won't talk about that now, but love is good for us. Kindness is good for us. Really, really good for us. It's good for our families, and it's good for the world. I just want to do a little exercise. It's very simple. So you have in mind this person, I mean, it could be an animal, whoever it is who's beaming love to you right now, beaming kindness, beaming just, maybe just a simple happiness at seeing you. That's also very lovely, seeing you. Okay, and maybe you give that a moment and just let that kind of nourish you. In whatever way it does, you don't have to make anything up. This is a real moment that you're remembering, and it's just naturally kind of nourishing you. Just like that. It doesn't take effort. You're a little bit open to it. It just flows in. It just flows in. All right, then. So everyone around you longs for love, longs for kindness just as much as you do. So what if in your next breath you felt that you're really breathing in this kindness, this loving gift that you're remembering? It really happened. You're breathing it in. And then with your exhale, you're exhaling that very quality of kindness. And you're offering it, if you like, you can offer it to somebody next to you or in front of you. You can offer it to the room. Offer it to someone in this group. Let's do 3 breaths like that. So you're breathing in. This is actually an inexhaustible supply of nourishing love that's coming into you. It's unconditional love. And so you will never be depleted. You'll never run out of this. And so you can gift the room with it. Just exhale. If you want to imagine that it's pink air, you can do so. Just offering this kindness, breathing it out. We'll do 3 breaths like that. And just gently let go of that and just see how you are. Loving kindness, attending to your own experience. And how are you? One word, 2 words? Any shift at all? Cooler. You're cooler. Yes. Anything? Is it the same as before you started? Some of you are smiling. Any shift at all? Grumpy? Cheryl? The microphone's behind you.
More settled.
What does settled feel like?
Calming, comfortable.
Calm and comfortable. Okay, thank you. doesn't have to be complicated.
Feel more open in the sense of just open to the room and to feeling of having having sort of remembrance of loving feelings coming towards me and giving that.
Nice. Open to the room, loving feeling.
More peaceful.
Huh?
More peaceful.
Warm and peaceful. Oh, more peaceful. More. You don't need to feel more warm right now.
Warm and
You did say
more
warm.
peaceful.
Okay. Warm and more peaceful. Okay. Thank you. Everyone has your own experience. Sometimes there's resistance also. If anybody's feeling grumpy, it's fine also. And worth noting that at the most we spent 3 or 4 minutes here, and that you felt something is an indication, is it not, of how natural a feeling this loving kindness is. Anger takes a lot of energy, you know. Drains us, ultimately. Of course, it's destructive. Anger is the wish to harm. But love, feel more settled, warm, open. That's a shift, right? Didn't take long. Which suggests that we're on to doing something. We're on to settling into something that's really quite natural to us. And that couldn't be more positive and significant in the way that it alters our experience of our lives. So I want to encourage you to do this, you know, once a day, once in a while. As you're walking, I ask my Rice students also, as you're walking around, Sharon Salzberg says she walks around New York City, you know, exhaling kindness. So why not have this in Houston? It can all be fonts of kindness. Walk around Houston. It can make a difference. It's made a difference, at least for some of you. So Harvey has some other ways of reflecting on this theme, which we consider absolutely vital.
So we're doing the sauna approach to meditation this morning. And I hope everybody's muscles are very relaxed because of the heat. And some have started sweating, which will cool them off. Gary's probably the coolest person in the room right now. Looks like he was swimming. Poor Gary. So within the flavor of what Anne was doing, why don't you just relax into some comfortable meditative position and most of all, be relaxed and have a attitude of consideration towards yourself. And as I say things, you may have some reactions or whatever, and just be aware of those. If you want to fight what comes up, that's also okay. Just be aware of that. Really, especially with an attitude of love, we're interested in a certain kind of receptivity. Receptive openness. And just see how it is if you very, very gently say to yourself, may I be at peace. May I be relaxed. And don't work at it. If you notice as you say that there are some places of tension in your body, that's okay. If you wish to see if just being aware of those places of tension and being kind to them allows for some relaxation. May I be relaxed. May I be at peace. May I be happy. May I allow a sense of fulfillment in my life. May I allow a sense of fulfillment. May I be at peace. May I be relaxed. May I allow whatever peace and relaxation to be present and acknowledged. May I be at peace. May I be relaxed. May I be happy. May I allow a sense of fulfillment in my life. There is a bit of a paradox when we talk about doing meditation and cultivating love, developing love, even developing relaxation. We're such a doistic culture, we're so oriented towards doership and activity that there is a kind of almost muscular attitude towards everything we do in life, whether it's going to sleep or laughing or feeling sexual. There are many things, including meditation, which are kind of the receptive arts. And one of the ways that we cultivate receptivity is to come to a special place where we are setting aside special time, with special people to be receptive. And so we come here together and we all, including us as teachers, create a mind frame wherein we are actively seeking to become receptive. And that's part of a kind of important puzzle to just hold in mind, and that is that part of what is occurring in training and something like love and meditation is a training in receptivity and acceptance. And there's a bit of a switch of approach to life that has to occur when we're making such a change in orientation. And it's not a small deal because we are so duistic. And so I'll just sort of pause what I'm saying with that thought of encouraging you all and myself to contemplate what sustains and supports receptivity, and even what active decisions do we have to make to create space for receptivity. And is receptivity something of a miracle that occurs when we at least fence off the garden and walk in? Or is it something we're doing? And I wouldn't break my mind about it, but just what is it like in your experience to feel open and receptive? And how do we arrive at that? And I would throw out that one of the ways we arrive at it is actually by somewhat intentionally setting aside time for the arising of receptivity in periods of group meditation like this, in a place like this, and also on our own when we set aside time to regularly allow receptivity to come into our lives, when we set aside time for practice of meditation, which can allow love for ourselves internally, our self-love to flourish, and out of that, love for others. So with that, I will pause because we are slated to begin our 11 o'clock meditation a minute ago, and we can take about a 2-minute break, and then we'll regather sweatily for a meditation period.
I think there's a little cool coming in now.
I think there's a little cool
A little
coming
cool.
in? A minuscule amount of cool?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll start in about a minute or two.
Mm-hmm. How are you?